Lesson 9.3. Today's question is, what happens when you multiply a whole number by a fraction? And we're going to start off with the Farmer Hansen, Farmer Diaz, and Farmer Smith problem. So give me a second to type that up. First illustration we have here, and pardon my really messy coloring in terms of trying to color this. Question is, can we determine as mathematicians, by looking at this picture, how many acres Farmer Hansen has plowed? Do we know, looking at this picture? Okay. Now, the answer is no, because we really can't tell how much is colored in, because we don't have any reference point. We don't know if the acres are divided into equal parts. So we have our 3 acres, right? 1, 2, and 3, and then we have what is 3/5, but it's really hard to tell in terms of, well, our 1/5, 1/5, 1/5, but it's hard to tell. Okay, now we're going to look at Farmer Smith and Farmer Diaz's drawings next. So give me a second and I will draw those. Those are going to take me some time. So here are our drawings. Why don't you take some time and draw these in your notebook. I probably should have used graph paper for this because it's a little bit easier to see. But what this is just one rectangle, and it's basically, and in my notebook I have 4 by 15, and then each one of these is a line, and this should be, and let's maybe make this a little bit bolder of a line. This should be, so this is a split into a different field, a different acre. So this is 1 acre, this is 1 acre, this is 1 acre. Same thing here, only this one I stood sideways. So this is 1 acre, 1 acre, and 1 acre. Alright, so, and then with this one, we have the first of each one of these colored in, and then the first of each one of these colored in. So why don't you pause the video and make these drawings, and then we will talk about them, alright? So our question is, do we know how much was plowed? So if we look at Farmer Smith's field, okay, we need to figure out how much of a field was plowed. And when we look at this, when we math it up, we have 1/5 of an acre here, plus 1/5 of an acre here, plus 1/5 of an acre here. How much total did he plow? Well, if we remember, when we add fractions, we keep our denominator the same if it's alike, so we're speaking the same language, it becomes fifths. And 1, 2, 3. He plowed 3/5 of an acre. Okay? Now, is that the total that he plowed? No, not at all. Because if we look at it, he plowed, if we look at this total, there are 15 totals. So 1/15 plus 1/15 plus 1/15, and we're going to get 3/15, which is 1/5. Okay, so we keep that same at what's called a ratio. Okay, the same ratio of 1/5, even though we spread it out into the whole thing. But if we want to look for total in terms of acre, total plowage, he plowed 3/5 of an acre. And we should probably, oops, that's not what I want. That's the wrong one. I want the pen, of an acre. Alright? Now, when we look at Farmer Diaz, how can we tell from Farmer Diaz's field that 1/5 of each acre added together is the same as 1/5 of the whole field? Okay? And that's kind of what we talked about down here. But we have 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5. And again, we're going to get a total acre of 3/5 of an acre. Okay? But the question is, what percentage, what fraction of his total acreage did he plow? And here we have to look at that a different way. We have to start looking at this as how many out of 15, because we have how many different slots do we have? We have, and let's change colors here just so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we have 15 total, okay? And then we have 1, 2, 3. We have 3/5. Have we seen this number before? Yeah, we saw it right here, okay? And if 15 and 3 are both divided by 3, 3 divided by 3 is 1, 15 divided by 3 is 5. So we have 1/5. 1/5 of the field, okay, 1/5 of the field has been plowed for, I don't know, planting donuts or something. Although you really can't plant donuts, can you? If you could, that would be awesome though. I would love to plant donuts. Okay, so when we look at this, 5th graders, we see that Farmer Hansen, if we wanted to do the math and if we were a little bit more careful with our drawing, we would see that he also plowed 3/5 of an acre and 3/15 slash that 1/5 of his total acreage. Okay, but when it's tough to tell here. But when we look at Farmer Smith, it's all nice and laid out, and when we look at Farmer Diaz, it's all nice and laid out. So we can see that it's 3/5 of an acre total. Okay, because 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5 will give us 3/5. Okay, but 1/5 of the total. Okay, so 2 different math problems to really look for. We're looking for total plowage, and then total, I guess we'd call it the fraction of the total acreage. All right, so that's the first video. Next video, we're going to have a few more problems like this, and we're going to work forward.